Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
You can taste the excitement here in the Quicken Loans Arena. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, the development of Kawhi Leonard and the addition of LaMarcus Aldridge have energized the vets on this team and extended the Spurs window. Tony Parker said, it definitely helps that Kawhi and LaMarcus are here and playing great. It makes me want to be here to help all the young guys. It's such a great family and such a great atmosphere that it makes you want to stay. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. The players who are part of that organization seem to want to stay in San Antonio. And fortunes can change so much in the course of a season. A team that's hot early can go cold and vice versa.
Well, this is why 82 games are so important. We talk about the playoff time and people refer to the season being long. Well, the good teams dig out of those ruts really quickly, Kevin, and put themselves in the position to get back into the playoff picture.
You just want to be consistent. That probably is as elusive a thing as anything, right?
Consistency sometimes, Kevin, doesn't result in multiple wins in a row. It just means that your team has a level of play that the coach and the players are happy with.
And the starting group for the Spurs. The defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. David Lee is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Parker in at the guard position. Now here's Parker. Feeds it to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. It's stolen by Jones. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Shumpert. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Leonard. Green, the pass to Parker. Now the feed to Leonard. Thompson against Aldridge. And that one is good.
Well, the defender did his best to challenge the shot, but Aldridge with the focus to knock it down.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving against Parker. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Back to Irving. No good from outside.
Yeah, offense sputtering just a bit here, 1 for 4 in the game.
Parker dishes to Green. Passes it to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's Parker outside. Great D that time from Irving. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Thompson, a screen on Parker. Irving passes to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
That they did, and he's the one guy on D you can't leave alone or he's going to get to the bucket over and over. Just torched him there.
Here's Leonard. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Now Leonard. 3 on the clock. Lee kicks to Parker. 17-foot shot on the way. Another miss by Parker. LeBron outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Basket counts.
He's one of those guys the defense always has to watch out for. Burned him there.
Spurs trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Excellent use of the screen that time. Leonard's got his first points of the night.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Here's James. No good off the front iron.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
And good defenders know it's about angles. Got great position and really bothered the release point.
Now here's Irving. It's hauled in by Tony Parker.
Outstanding D there. They really got up in his shirt and made him uncomfortable.
Down low. It's stolen by Jones. Parker against Irving. Kicks it to LeBron. Six to shoot. Poked away. Here's Shumpert. Here's Thompson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just dirty work on the offensive boards there. Rips it down and then tops it off with a strong putback.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And the stability of the San Antonio roster had always been one of their strengths, but with the departure of some of their veteran stalwarts, this Spurs team has a new look.
It's been really interesting how they've restructured what it is the franchise's foundation is going to be as they move forward. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge becoming the pillars of what the next 5 or 6 years of San Antonio Spurs basketball will be.
Now here's James following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. From 13, it's rebounded by Aldridge.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's Leonard missing. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Shumpert dishes to Irving. The pass to James. From 11 feet away, James with another miss.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Leonard kicks to Green. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And you have to like what Danny Green, Brent, brings to the table defensively. Long arms. Very quick for his size. And he can defend 1 through 3.
Well, that's a pretty good tandem if you're suiting up next to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi takes the stronger guy, and Danny Green usually goes to the quickness defensively. And Green also a strong defensive rebounder and one of the better perimeter shot blockers in the game.
And he sinks the second.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to LeBron. Irving with it. Leonard picks him up. Puts one up from 19. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. LeBron's got his second basket of the night. Spurs trail by 5. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Spurs passing it around. Screen by Lee. Outside Leonard. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Aldridge. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
Irving can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's stolen by Jones. To the inside. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. The Spurs also with the sub. Ginobili's checked in. The Spurs have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Brent, when you played, you were known for your passing a point forward much of the time. It seems that ball movement has really become paramount for the best offenses in the NBA. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree, and I love the fact that you would classify me as a forward.
You could play
Forward,
any position.
guard, wing,
you could play
wing.
4
it's
positions.
It's a positionless game nowadays,
and
Kevin.
you were
I don't know if you've
the
read articles.
And you were positionless in so many ways.
Sometimes,
honestly.
sometimes the coach positioned me on the bench.
Unjustly. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for San Antonio.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Irving. To the middle. Leonard with the steal. Ginobili the pass to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
So blessed with excellent court vision, especially for a wing player. Ginobili repeatedly finds the open man.
LeBron outside. There's the screen. Now the dish to Irving. Fires the 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Picked by Lee. To the paint. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
He's certainly a threat to finish those opportunities.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
It's a beautiful jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Parker kicks to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And the commitment to seizing every scoring opportunity, Leonard outworking and out hustling people inside.
Pass to Fry. And Fry slams it in.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Here's Ginobili following the score by Cleveland. And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
For the Cavaliers, Jefferson comes in for James Jones. And it's Korver in for Shumpert. Then for the Spurs, Wayne Dedman comes in for Lee. And it's Mills in for Parker.
And if you go back 3 seasons, the Cavs, they're the 2nd youngest roster in the league. 2 consecutive #1 overall picks. And then fast forward to the present, this is a veteran-laden team with its sights squarely set on championships.
Now here's Irving. The tray. Another 3 for Cleveland. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Mills. He kicks it to Leonard. He dishes it to Aldridge. And stolen by LeBron. He feeds it to Jefferson. To the middle. Poked loose. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Irving kicks to LeBron. Dishes to Jefferson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And think about that 2014 draft. The Cavs had less than a 2% chance at the #1 pick, and somehow they land Wiggins.
Yeah, and who can know if LeBron comes back to Cleveland
Without that asset. Sometimes Lady Luck smiles on you. The Ohio faithful grateful for some good fortune after over 50 years of waiting for a title.
Jonathan Simmons is checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. That one misses. Brent, I know you're interested in coaching. You've been approached by several teams in the league. You see some coaches who like to do platoon substitutions, others who prefer to stagger minutes and blend starters with reserves. Put on your coach's hat here for a second. How would you approach that?
I think it has to do with who you have on your team.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way to say I'll be a platooning coach no matter who it is that I have, because your first 5 may be good and your second 5 may be like the guys I play open gym with, and you don't want those guys in the game. So I'm always in favor of keeping one of your main stars on the floor as a conduit and the guy who can keep the rhythm of the offense going, help guys out, establish some confidence, and then swapping those guys out. And then obviously in crunch time, you're putting your best 5 on the floor to go at another team. But a lot of coaches have differing views on that. I love the fact that you can platoon guys. I'm not liking the full sale
5 for 5.
5 for 5 shift change. We won't do that.
Okay.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Cleveland leading by 4. Outside Irving. LeBron against Leonard. And Irving with the basket on the assist by LeBron. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Leonard with the screen on Irving. 17-foot shot on the way. They get it back. Mills can't hit. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. James dishes to Irving. Jefferson on top. He's covered by Ginobili. Jefferson passing to LeBron. And a miss there on the triple.
Man, just imagine how much they'd be up by, guys, if his shot was going in.
Ginobili kicks to Mills. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Leonard dishes to Mills. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
The Australian-born Patty Mills, former second-round pick. Who knew Mills would someday win an NBA championship? Well, the Spurs did. Well, if Parker is the slower point guard at this point, Patty Mills comes in and definitely changes the pace for the Spurs. Out of Australia, a shoot-first guard who can hit off the bounce and off the catch. And so that three-point shooting ability puts pressure on teams. He's also a pest defensively, likes to get up and into guys.
And both free throws good for Mills. And Brent, you talk about Mills' ability to pressure defensively. Very quick, and he gets a lot of steals.
Sometimes he can get caught gambling at times, can Patty, but on the whole, a very capable defender, a bit of a gnat out there, and a valuable player when you consider he went undrafted out of St. Mary's of Moraga.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Outside Irving. Ring shot on the way. Another miss by Irving.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Here's Mills. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 2 guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guys should be. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, I just really love that they're playing with their hearts tonight, contesting shots, making their opponent work for every point.
Irving is out there with DeAndre Liggins. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Thompson. And it's Korver in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Aldridge's shot is good.
And this is where all the years of experience come into play. Aldridge didn't enter the league with a great catch-and-shoot game, but he sure developed it.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Greg Popovich has set the standard with more than 1,500 career victories. Last season, he set the record with his 18th 50-win season, passing Pat Riley and Phil Jackson. Pop told us that I've been here a long time and I've had good players. That's the formula. Getting the players is difficult. I've been fortunate to have good ones. Guys, he's no glory hound. He knows what makes success.
No, but he can take a lot of the credit regardless. D.A., thanks. Down low. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Inside with a hand in his face, Aldridge undeterred.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And on the way from Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
To the right side. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It seems that offenses in the NBA are evolving so quickly now, Brent. So much less isolation, more spreading it out.
In fact, there's a new offense that just was created while you said that to me, Kevin.
Really, was there?
Yeah. You know, with the way we have these players coming into the NBA that are so skilled, no matter what their size is, coaches are looking at them and licking their chops and saying, you know what, I can do some dynamic things out here that maybe opposing coaches have not seen. And if I know what I'm doing and they don't know what we're going to throw at them, advantage to us.
Best coaching sometime adapting what you've got and the way the game is evolving and maybe changing and tweaking your coaching style just a bit.
And the best coaches in the league, Kevin, end up every year after they amass a new set of talent is to put those guys in the best position possible to succeed.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. Fires from 14. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And Simmons kicks to Mills. Green, the screen. Mills passes to Dedmon. From deep, Green. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Great effort to go out and challenge that shot. Hard to stay cool under that kind of pressure.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Well, with defenses so predicated on taking away threes and layups, the Spurs zigged while everyone else zagged. Got a bunch of mid-range shooters last season. It's a fail-safe strategy. They want three-pointers and layups, but if they can't get them, they've got the guys to knock down the in-between.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Lee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Parker's subbed in for Simmons.
And right there, you can see the time that's put in at the free throw strike.
Lee dishes to Mills. A floater. Aldridge can't get it to go. And talking about the Spurs' good mid-range shooters, for them, Brent, an open shot from that distance is a good look.
Well, I think Greg Popovich did a great job, Kevin, of assembling a roster of mid-range shooters who can be quite deadly there. So the offense is set up to find those shots with good ball movement and good player movement. It's not settling for the mid-range. That's what they're looking to get.
Now here's Lee, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Denver Nuggets. Outside Irving. On the wing, Korver off the screen. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
It's as if he had too good a look. Is that possible? Now he's kicking himself.
And Mills kicks to Lee. It's stolen by Korver. Puts it up from 17. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
And here is Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. From deep. No good that time. Good D by Thompson. Outside Irving. Outside Korver. Back to Irving. And he's finally able to knock one down. And it's a 4-point Cleveland lead. And Mills kicks to Parker. Lee passes to Mills. Aldridge with a screen on Thompson. Mills dishes to Aldridge. And Thompson sends it back. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Jones checked in for Cleveland. Mon Shumpert has come in for Kyle Korver. The Cavaliers have hit just 2 free throws in 5 attempts today. Free throw no good for Irving.
And Kyrie Irving, an incredible ball handler, maybe the best in the league. You know what? He may be the best ball handler ever. I mean, he's just so deceptive. He gets wherever he wants, when he wants. And then you couple that with his ability to shoot the basketball, he just puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense.
The screen from Thompson. Irving kicks to Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 8 points for Tristan Thompson.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Parker passes to Mills. Lee kicks to Parker. Feeds it to Aldridge. 6 to shoot. From 11 feet away, Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
Fantastic team defensive effort there. They made him uncomfortable taking that inside look, and it showed in the release.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 12. Here's Liggins. Jones, that's for 2. Not enough on that one as it misses. And Mills kicks to Parker. Outside Aldridge. To the paint. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And you look at the star trio in Cleveland of LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. Greg, how do you like the way those 3 fit together?
I think their skills complement one another. I mean, Irving can take ball handling responsibility off of LeBron's shoulders. Love rebounds, hits threes, and has good complementary skills. Chemistry, though, is more complicated. Sometimes LeBron has seemed critical of Love's play.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Spurs also changing it up. Leonard comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Patty Mills. And both free throws good for Green.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter. And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Coach Pop often talks about the value of corporate knowledge, the procedures and shared philosophies that guide his basketball teams year after year. They're actually compiling a database called the Spurs Way to make sure that knowledge is passed down over time.
With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Spurs second.
Everything clicked for them last year, especially on the perimeter, and they shot a very high percentage. A lot of that due to their offensive schemes.
Spurs trail by 6. And you think of the incredible success, Brent, the Spurs have enjoyed. You know it firsthand. You'd love to look at that written record for the Spurs and see that recipe.
Well, as much as there's X's and O's that go on in between the lines for the San Antonio Spurs, it's just very hard to duplicate or emulate what it is that the Spurs have been able to find in terms of the character of their team. That's what many franchises right now, Kevin, I don't think have a great handle on.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw good from Thompson. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Spurs trail by 7. And it's Parker in the corner. Six to shoot. The feed to Leonard. Puts it up from 12. And Jones pulls it down.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he sat in that mid-range area, which can be a no-man's land defensively, but he quickly moved over to contest.
Irving. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Free throw, good, Irving. And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. And so Irving nails both of them.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here. Yes, he's too exceptional from deep range to leave uncovered.
Irving double team. That's good from Shumpert on the assist by Irving. Shumpert's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lee in the posts. James covering. No good from Lee. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Down low. Leonard with the steal. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Lee's got his second basket of the night.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points for him from the baseline. A nice shot by LeBron. LeBron's got 8 points.
The pick definitely could have been better, didn't fully commit to it, but it was still just enough to get his teammate enough room to knock down the shot.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Right at the free throw line, and another basket for San Antonio. And Greg Popovich, coach of the Spurs, at times we've seen him be a little prickly with the media. If he doesn't like a question, you know, Brent, he'll let you know about it.
Well, I know the shtick for some people, Kevin, has gotten a little bit tiresome, but that's not who Greg Popovich is as a coach. He just doesn't like to do those in-game interviews. It's kind of like you sitting with me doing a broadcast.
You're right.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Off target from the baseline. .158 left in the first half of the game. Irving kicks to LeBron. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And gang, think about LeBron James now in his 30s. I mean, seems like he's been in this league for forever, and it's easy to forget that he's already logged over 45,000 minutes in his career. I mean, that's more than Jordan, Magic, Larry, Neek, Iverson. I mean, you could go down the list. It takes a toll on your body. I think what will help him, though, is he's got the mind. I mean, from an IQ standpoint, it's up there with the greats who've ever played the game, and that's what allows you to sustain excellence over a long period of time.
A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon comes in for David Lee, and Simmons subbed in for Daniel Green. Good on both. And LeBron still playing big minutes despite dealing, Greg, with knee and back issues over the better part of a decade.
Yeah, and we're so used to thinking of him as being superhuman. I mean, does everything he can to maintain that physicality. I mean, he's installed a cold tub in his Akron home for recovery, even cutting carbs out of his diet to slim down and reduce that wear and tear.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Shumpert dishes to Irving. Irving double team. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Irving. And 12 points for LeBron.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Yep, wanted to put another nail in the coffin and using those hands as a hammer.
Now here's Leonard. He has 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's his first personal foul. 14 foul. For San Antonio, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That one is off. Channing Frye's checked in for James Jones. Good on the second free throw. 1:02 left now here in the second. Irving kicks to James. Inside, Frye. And Frye slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Irving against Parker. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by James.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Outside jumper. Pass to James. Clock at 6. And again, LeBron missing. Spurs trail by 14. Ginobili with the ball. Outside Leonard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Another miss by Leonard. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cavaliers on top, leading by 14. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T-Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaq and Kenny. And an exciting time of the year as one of the first games of the regular season is halfway through. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
Yeah, not something he typically does well, but it shows almost anyone at this level can get on a roll on any given night.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Lee, and it's Aldridge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Irving. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. James right side. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 12, and it's Parker at the elbow. Here's Green, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Now, here is Irving. James, a screen on Parker. James against Leonard. 5 to shoot. Irving for 3. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Parker. Spurs shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, after suffering a hip injury at Texas, LaMarcus Aldridge spent 2 months shooting from a chair, and his form improved dramatically. Now his go-to move is his fadeaway high-release jumper. It's an unstoppable shot, and Aldridge is so confident in it, he says, once the shot's up, I'm getting back on D. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He's got a great touch.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that one miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Screen by Jones. Outside Irving. Here's Shumpert. Another 3 for Cleveland.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Parker kicks to Green. The 17-footer. And it's Aldridge missing. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Outside Irving. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. Parker kicks to Green. That one good for 2. Green's got 4 points this quarter. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, and when you see a player have to come out of the game like this, you just have to hope for the best.
Yeah, you never like to see anything like this happen for a player. Everything that you've worked for now up in smoke.
A different look now for Cleveland. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's DeAndre Liggins in for Kyrie Irving. And San Antonio also making a switch. Mills, he's checked in for Parker. That's a 2 from Korver, and that one hits back iron.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate. Well, he's been his usual reliable self, but they won't get over the hump unless they get some other contributors.
Here's Liggins. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the call will be against David Lee. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Kicks to Korver. To the paint. Knocks it loose. Leonard with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
And it's Aldridge missing. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Jones, the pass to Liggins. LeBron James on the wing. And another miss by Cleveland. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Suns. Now here's Green. 10 points for him. The pass to Lee. There's the dish to Green. 5 on the clock. Pass to Aldridge. Off the pick. Aldridge can't get that one to fall. Cleveland's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And LeBron James achieving the highlight of his career, helping lead the Cavs to their first title in franchise history, and Cleveland's first title in over 50 years. Really hard to overstate what it meant to the city and his legacy.
No good from 18. Spurs trail by 10. Now Mills. He's got 7. Pass to Lee. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
James outside. To the middle. Tries to snap the cold streak. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Maybe he's not the most aggressive defender or the most physical, but Aldridge does have mobility. That time he sends it back.
Back to Mills. Aldridge a screen. And here's Mills. Here's Lee. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Here's Liggins. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The screen from Thompson. Korver gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Well, take your breather, but then come up with a game plan or a set that produces something high percentage. Let's get back on track.
For the Cavaliers, Fry comes in for Thompson, and Jefferson subbed in for James Jones. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for San Antonio. Simmons comes in for Green. Aldridge a screen, and Simmons kicks to Dedmon, and stolen by LeBron. An even 3-on-3 break. Drops in the layup for two. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How's that for a quick possession?
He did not hesitate one bit. Great explosion.
Now here's Mills, defended by Jefferson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. The Spurs have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Free throw good, Mills.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Outside Korver. There's a screen. Dishes it to Liggins. Shot clock at 5. LeBron kicks to Korver. Korver missing again. Spurs trail by 13. Simmons with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Aldridge dishes to Mills. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Fry. And it's Leonard missing.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he sat in that mid-range area, which can be a no-man's land defensively, but he quickly moved over to contest.
And so here's Cleveland. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. No good from Fry.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Outside Leonard. And here's Mills from the arc. Cavaliers with the rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. And here's Fry for three. Can't hit that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Yeah, so far, he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
Jefferson kicks to Korver. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Spurs trail by 13. Here's Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Now here's Korver. Korver missing again.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
Feels like he's compounding mistakes too, because every miss makes him want to force something else. Not the best idea.
You know, Brent, injury is a part of the game, but the league is being proactive, creating research partnerships with major medical companies to look at reducing stress-related tendon issues, concussion research, all of it being, I think, now looked at by the NBA and the medical side of the league.
I love the fact, Kevin, that they're using modern-day technology, not just after it is that an athlete gets injured in order to perform a procedure medically to get him back on the floor sooner. Really what NBA teams are investing in is preventative medicine, being able to gauge what it is that players are putting themselves through, the stresses on their body, both mentally and physically, and being ahead of the curve with regards to making sure they prevent these injuries from even happening in the first place.
The science is amazing, isn't it?
Well, I was more of a math student, but yes, science is amazing, Kevin.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. For Cleveland, they have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Free throw good, James. And James drills them both. So Greg Popovich going to take a timeout right here and talk to his team. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Spurs trail by 13. Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Irving. What's the status, David?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with Cleveland's head athletic trainer, and the news is not good. Right now, it looks like a broken ankle with additional damage to the surrounding connective tissue. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now Mills. He's got 14. He dishes it to Aldridge. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Here's LeBron. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge. For Cleveland, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. And San Antonio also making a switch. Parker's checked in for Simmons. And he sinks the second. Here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Cleveland leading by 11. Outside Korver. He kicks it to James. Shoots the 3. It's good from long range. James has got 11 in the second half.
And the takeover has begun. This is his game right now, guys. And you talk about a mid to late career renaissance. Look no further than Kyle Korver, a player who bounced around a little bit and is still considered more of a specialist, but he has shown other sides of his offensive game. His emergence as an all-star is something few people would have foretold back when he was taken 51st overall in 2003.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Ginobili against Jefferson. Back to Aldridge. And there's the 3-second violation.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Just the teeniest loss of focus. Sometimes that can undo all the hard work the team's put in.
The Cavaliers leading by 14. And when you look at Kyle Korver, he doesn't play like a star. He's a former All-Star, but doesn't play like a star, Brent. Not a very flashy guy.
Well, he has one discernible skill, Kevin, and that is shooting the 3. And he shoots it incredibly well. One of the best in the history of the league to do so.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
They set the pick. Here's Parker, and the shot falls short this time.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Ginobili. The baseline J off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 17. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Cut, play. You just like something magical is going to happen. Okay? You got to make things happen. Let's score here and let's go get some stops.
And Greg Popovich putting the responsibility on his players to take more action. We'll see if they can get it done.
Yeah, he wants them to just take charge of this game. Don't be passive. Impose your will on the game.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. We've got Jefferson. Tristan Thompson is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Korver in at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now here's Shumpert with the second effort. And the call will be against Tony Parker. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jones is checked in.
James Jones.
Korver, a screen on Ginobili. Korver sets the screen for Shumpert. And Thompson kicks to Frye. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Frye's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Cleveland. Spurs trailed by 19. Leonard sets a screen for Parker. Leonard against Korver. Fires from 18. No good off the front iron.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. And no good. The Spurs shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Ginobili kicks to Dedmon. The Spurs working the ball around now. And Leonard gets it to go.
And that's one of Leonard's go-to moves, navigating through the traffic, draining the highly contested shot.
Korver passes to Thompson, and there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Liggins, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Daniel Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. There's the pick. And Fry kicks to Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Spurs trail by 17. Parker outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Shumpert gets a wide open look, and it's Shumpert again missing. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. No good from Lee.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Now here's Thompson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
At the line, New York Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Second free throw, no good. Spurs trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Parker, right side. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And what strength there by Parker. He able to take the hit and still drain the shot in the process. He is just a remarkable athlete with tremendous finishing ability.
And when you think about it, speed, such a fundamental part of Parker's game. You wonder how well he'd age in the NBA.
Well, one season he almost led the league in points in the paint, and that's for a point guard. So those days are gone. He relies more on a deadly in-between game. He's the youngest of the Spurs' big 3, but with his hamstring injury just 2 seasons ago, they look to manage those minutes a little bit more carefully.
Now here's Shumpert. Great D that time from Green.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
Thompson, a screen on Parker. Here's the screen, and Liggins kicks to Jones. Here's Fry, a terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Well, take your breather, but then come up with a game plan or a set that produces something high percentage. Let's get back on track.
And here is Lee to the middle, stolen by Thompson. Fry dishes to Liggins. Outside, Jones knocks down the three ball.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Money from the wing.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
The Cavaliers leading by 18. Here's Liggins. Thompson, a screen on Green. Fry, that's for two. That one, no good. Good D by Lee. Spurs trail by 18. Inside, out to Parker. He feeds it to Leonard. Back to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Shumpert with it. Here's Liggins. There's the pick. Jones for three. Another three for Cleveland.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Parker. Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Here's Liggins. The screen from Thompson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. Jefferson comes in for DeAndre Liggins. And San Antonio with the change here too. Aldridge is checked in. Spurs trail by 19. Now Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker passes to Leonard from the low block. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Outside Jefferson. Tries it from 19. James, no good. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Green dishes to Parker. LeBron against Leonard. Feeds to Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
There's no doubt that the biggest free agent splash made in 2015 was the Spurs signing of LaMarcus Aldridge. They'd planned for 3 or 4 years to try and get him to San Antonio, really fitting in the mode of Tim Duncan scoring on that left block. But being close to Dallas, near his family, that was a significant factor, along with winning.
That's good from Aldridge. And of course, for Aldridge, location wasn't the only attraction. Brent, the chance to win and compete for championships had to be the most important factor.
Well, he knew it was going to be a little bit of time and a little bit of sacrifice in joining San Antonio. Maybe miss a few all-star games he otherwise might have played in as a member of the Blazers. But winning the most paramount, and in time, his role will only grow as this roster turns over.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
James kicks to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And the height he lacks at the center position is more than made up for with his jumping ability.
And there's the call on Jefferson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs. Aldridge a screen. Takes the three. Mills can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Jefferson passing to Thompson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. And still a big wish list item for Commissioner Silver, creating a 2 years out of high school requirement for players coming into the NBA.
It's going to be interesting, Kevin. I'm all for anybody who has a talent to do something to be exposed to do it as soon as you possibly can. But for the good of the league, for the product as a whole, I think 2 years in college would be a great rule for our league. It'll save coaches time from teaching these young players how it is to be a pro and to play the pro game.
And they pick up 2.
And while he's better known for scoring than playing the PG position in a traditional sense, Patty Mills becoming a better playmaker.
Now here's James. Screen by Jefferson. It's Jones on the wing. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Shumpert, second chance shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting for Cleveland, Iman Shumpert. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cleveland. And so he hits both. Spurs trail by 20. And here's Mills. The feed to Leonard. Big part of the NBA's new TV deal, brand a provision to allow for digital distribution of games via tablets and smartphones here. I know you're looking at one right now. I know you catch games at airports and on the go when you're traveling.
Well, Kevin Harlan, anytime you're doing a game, it's must-see television, and so I'll watch it.
With the sound down.
No. If anything, I'm connecting 3 Bluetooth speakers to turn it up. I'm totally in with the mobile NBA action, Kevin,
too.
especially for our jobs in broadcasting, to be able to be anywhere and pull out your phone and watch NBA action right there, to hear the great announcers that we have for the 30 teams around the league, to get in-depth analysis and coverage. What a tremendous luxury we have to have NBA on the go.
It's the best. Now James. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. And James hits it to go.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's Mills. Passes it to Leonard. Stolen by Thompson. For the finish. And James throws it down.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
Here's Mills. Drains it from 17 feet out.
And the more versatile Mills becomes offensively, the harder it will be to defend him.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Yeah, pretty much unforced there on the bad pass. He has to just make better decisions on the delivery when he's getting it to his teammates.
A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for Jones. And it's Felder in for Shumpert. Then for the Spurs, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Lee. Simmons comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Shots good by Dedmon.
Solid look inside. That's the range you want to operate from.
Cleveland's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it to James. Screen by Jefferson. Tries again. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Lee's checked in. One of the more polarizing players in the league is Kevin Love in Minnesota. He had multiple seasons, Greg, of up around 26 points, 13 rebounds a game, and yet some said he wasn't a true superstar.
Well, they criticized him for not winning in Minnesota. Now in Cleveland, they point to his reduced stats. He just wants a chance to win, though, and he knew he'd have to make some sacrifice.
Now here's Love. Manu Ginobili unable to get his shot to go. That one goes in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Cleveland.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season. And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for James.
He was able to manufacture offense tonight, even when they had plays that broke down or he had multiple defenders on him. It just didn't matter. He was going to get his points any way he needed to.
That free throw good from Kevin Love. Both free throws good from Love. And I think a little bit of payback emotion on display, guys.
And he gives as good as he gets. We know that much about him. You get up in his face, and it's only going to light that fire.
Mills can't hit.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
Here's Felder. The three from Korver. That one misses. The three from Mills. Rebounded by Korver. Here's Felder. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete and get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. What jumped out at me was that third quarter. He was all over the place, scoring at will, giving them a momentum they never truly relinquished.
As usual, best leader in the NBA, LeBron James led by example tonight. He's as cool, calm, and collected as any player you will ever see. He was never out of control of this game. LeBron did it all tonight. What else is new? He's the king!
An unreal rebounding effort, 16 boards in total. And every one of those was a product of his tenacity under the glass. Just a gritty, gutsy performance, one of the key factors in this win tonight.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.